this beautiful day, Sunday, day number 371. And if it's your first time tuning in, my name is Jordan Oveas. I'm the founder of dayNumber. I've been documenting my journey for the last 371 days here on YouTube, and then also since day number 170 on dayNumber. And what I've been building essentially is a network and a platform for early stage mission driven founders to help them to fulfill their mission with what they're building. Giving them all the resources and tools necessary to do that, and a way for them to document publicly their journey in a very easy way, and make that. And my goal is to allow just that, the act of documenting daily, knowing your day number, and doing it publicly, be the thing that leads to fulfilling your mission. So that's my thesis. But today I usually talk about what happened each day, the day before, and what's gonna happen today, what my plans are. And yesterday I went to go see my jeweler who I signed up as a client. His name is Hanny, and he owns H&Z Diamond Center. So if you're out in Hamilton or Ancaster and you need a engagement ring or custom jewelry or any repair, go see him. I'm helping him with his marketing and also be searchable for AI. Hang on a second, guys. Look, he sees a bunny there. Can you see that bunny? There's that bunny. What's up? Come on, Max, let's go. Let's go. So that's what I did yesterday. I went to go see him, sign him up as a client, and it's been I've been using AI since 2022, like late when ChatGPT first came out. I was using it, but really I started accelerating how confident I am to build something over there since May when I started using Claude. And then since then I've been obsessed with creating efficient systems, ways to automate things. And I'm like, okay, if I could do this for myself, I could do this for others. And I needed to raise some cash because I haven't brought in any revenue from dayNumber yet. So I'm like, this is literally kind of, you could say, the first revenue from I guess what I've been doing with dayNumber. And I'm still gonna keep going with building dayNumber every single day, even today. I'm gonna focus on first of all, sending some emails to a few people, maybe giving some calls. I think phone calls work really well. And then also reaching out to some founders as well. I think everything happens for a reason, and this is what I want to talk about. Usually I talk about a topic that that's related, and there's been many times where I wanted to quit, and that's the topic for today. Is if you're struggling to keep going as a founder, I've been myself struggling many times as a founder, building dayNumber, and it's not been easy, for sure. It's definitely been a challenge, and there's been many days personally where I felt like I wanted to quit. And the one thing that's kept me going is, number one, remembering the why behind what I'm doing. Right? If you remember why you're doing what you're doing, right, on those days that you want to give up, you hold on to that and you push through anyway, right? And then the second thing is, documenting each day, right? Even if it's on a journal, or if it's publicly like this, like what you're doing, or even on my platform dayNumber, that's one thing you should do, because you get to reflect back. Sometimes holding your thoughts in your head so much, it gets to you, you internalize it. But when you put it on paper, it kind of lets it out and allows more thoughts and flows to come in, and you get to see what it is that you're trying to process. You're actually able to process it, right? So get it down on paper, or write it down, speak it out, talk in front of somebody, go on a live stream like this and comment or something. Whatever you want to do for that day. And then last thing is, share that. Sometimes share your mission publicly. If just like Elon Musk, any of these great visionaries or people that have created great companies, or led countries or sports teams or whatever, so did something great. They shared their mission all the time, everywhere they go. You know, if you talk about Elon Musk, you know he wants to go to Mars. He wants to make civilization a multi-planetary species, right? Steve Jobs, he wanted to, hang on a second, found a Pokemon card here. What is this? Cherry bug? I saw this the other day. Come, Max, let's go. Let's go. He has to do the other thing. I should get that ready, guys, because that sucks when you have to pull out the bag while after. Where are you guys all tuning in from, by the way? Where's everyone tuning in from today? I'll shout out your country. I got Canada. I'm from Canada. Represent. Canada, represent. Where's everyone tuning in from? Which country? I'll give you a shout out. Max, come. Come, let's go. What's up, what's up? Yeah, where's everyone tuning in from? I'll shout out your country today. Today. Welcome everyone. It is Sunday. What's up today? I will. Yeah, so the key, like I was saying earlier, welcome everyone. Thanks for tuning in. If it's your first time tuning in, my name is Jordan. I'm the founder of dayNumber, and usually talk about what happens each day. Do the easy, and share my insights on what I've been learning from the last day and today. And if you're somebody who's watching right now and you're struggling to keep going, I just want to let you know that the things that have kept me going, which is what I was sharing earlier, is number one, remembering your why. Why did you start in the first place? And that's really what dayNumber represents. Your dayNumber represents you're counting how many days you've been on the journey that you've been doing, you know, for what you've been committed to, right? Some people count how many days they've been started working out. Some people count how many days they've been sober. Some people count, okay, how many days they've been working on their startup or their project, or, or whatever it is that you're training. How many days you've been running every single morning, whatever it is, right? You have a why behind that when you started counting. Why did you start counting your days, right? And some people have a day count, but they just don't keep track of it, right? The only reason is because it doesn't mean anything, So you have to find something that actually is meaningful to you and big enough to actually pull you to keep going. Because definitely there's been days, like I said, where I wanted to give up and I wanted to, just throw in the towel and say, you know what, screw this. I'm just going to go find a, high paying corporate job or start my own side hustle business or whatever, and I actually could do that right now, but I'm not doing that. I'm going to keep my word because I've been sharing it publicly. I've been counting each day, and subconsciously that pushes me to actually, keep going. Right. So knowing your why is the most important thing, knowing where you're headed towards. Right. And even if you never get there, it's driving all your actions towards everything. It compels people to either work with you or not work with you. Right. So that's number one. Number two, like I said earlier, is document every day. Even if it's in a journal, write something down, write your thoughts down, start a blog, go on YouTube, do what I'm doing, or go on dayNumber if you're a founder, go write your log, like a voice note to yourself, or start a thread with yourself on email. I know some founders have done that where they just email themselves every day, right? Whatever that is. And then also share your mission publicly. That's another thing. When you make your vision known to everyone, right? Many people are going to definitely hurl tomatoes at you, figuratively, and, not believe in it or support you with what you're saying. But if you believe in it enough, you'll share it with everyone, and it's like you can't help it because it's what's driving you. It's what's like, people are going to naturally ask you if you're at a family gathering or, or you meet people or wherever you go. Hey, what do you do? What are you up to? Well, you're going to tell them what you're up to because it means that much to you, Like I was just reading Elon Musk's biography earlier, and he would stay up, like it's all he thought about every single day, right? Tesla, right? What he was building in SpaceX, the two companies that he was mainly focused on, right? And he would stay up all night sometimes to just think about a way to do it. Like in 2019, They're even though they started producing 5,000 cars a week, they still needed more cash or they were dead. So he like one night stood up, sat up in bed the whole night in like the thinking man pose, and then finally at the end of at like dawn or whatever, 12 or something like that, he came up with the idea to host a autonomy day, saying that he's going to have autonomous cars. And he's been saying that for years, and it's like, oh, it's coming next year. We're going to have robo-taxis and all this kind of stuff. And then it never comes through. So he's like, I'm going to host one. So in 4 weeks, we're going to host this. And it was like another impossible, all hands on deck, 24/7 grind that everybody in the company was moving towards, right? In order to show investors that, hey, look, we're going to do this. So it's like, so that's the thing, is like you're gonna naturally, if you're gonna naturally share it publicly when first of all, your why and it means enough to you, right? And that's what this whole thing I'm building is about, is just helping you stay focused to keep going, and then let that commitment of you building be seen by others, right? So, but yeah, where you guys? That's my yap. That's my yap for today. Where are you guys all tuning in from today? Give me something to share about business, life. Give me something to talk about. Business, life, whatever. You want advice? Ask me anything. AMA. We want to see who's the first commenter here. We're gonna give them a shout out. Who's the first commenter? Max, you're gonna give them a shout out? Give them a shout out, Max. There's a squirrel there. I mark signs. This could be a business right here. See, if you keep your eyes open. Well, this is a business that I'm gonna probably see today. I sent an email already. We got I mark signs there. Maybe that's another one too. It's like, do a joint JV. Say, hey, you got signs out there or whatever. If you have any clients you want to refer that need help with like AI and stuff like that. Always got to be looking. Keep your eyes open, for opportunity. Be open. That's another thing. Like, success comes to those. They say success happens luck happens when preparedness and opportunity meet, right? So how do you stay prepared? Is being open to it, being aware, right? One time I was just walking down the street like a couple years ago, and there was like a scratch ticket on the floor. And most people, and most of the time, even myself, I would ignore it. I'd be like, whatever. But for some reason, I was like, oh, let's just check this out, And then I scanned it with a lottery scanner app, and there was like $30. It was a $30 and nobody picked it up. Like there was like 3 people standing around it. I picked it up, nobody said anything. So I'm like, okay, fine. And then boom, $30, right? So you have to be open. So you might say, oh, that was lucky. Yeah, you're right, it is lucky. And luck happens when preparedness, right? I was prepared, my mind was open to receiving something like that. Okay, random free money. An opportunity meet, right? And that was the opportunity. So that sign right there could be the opportunity, right? You have to, so if you want to get lucky, stay open, be prepared to receive, right? That's why even yesterday I was deleting some apps on my phone and whatever. I was like, and man, I was just trying to clear up some storage. For some reason, it's so hard to like delete certain apps because you have to use it, and I only have like 64 gigs on this. And then I just I had a Bitcoin wallet or whatever, a crypto wallet, BitPay, and I was like, should I delete this? But I'm like, no. What if somebody wants to send me like crypto? I got to be able to receive it. Have to have a wallet, right? So you always have to be ready. You might be like, nah, I'm never gonna use crypto. But hey, what if somebody only has crypto, and they want to pay you $100,000 or even $10 or $100 or whatever, any amount of money. You got to be ready, right? see. Yeah, so you got to be ready all the time. Not sure if you guys can hear me, by the way. Can you guys all hear me? All right, guys. Where's everyone tuning in from today? Max, come on. You want to just go home? All right, guys. Well, whoever tuned in, shout out to you. Welcome to the stream. If you're just tuning in, I do have to go. I'm going shortly. Here with my boy Max. Max, look at me. Give me a shout out. All right, guys. It is gonna rain soon, so thank you guys all for tuning in today. Thank you all tuning in. If it's like I said, know your why, know why you started what you're building, and keep remembering it. Document your journey every single day, and share your mission publicly. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day. Day number 371. I'm out. Like and subscribe. I go live every single day, or every other day, or every